Big news of the weekend is that Elon Musk has now announced that he is pulling out of his Twitter deal. According to the Wall Street Journal, his showdown with Twitter has set the stage for what could become one of the most unusual courtroom battles in corporate takeover history, a spurned acquisition target that never sought to be bought, potentially trying to force the buyer who soured on the deal to see it through. In just over 3 months, Musk aggressively pursued a takeover of Twitter. At first, Twitter resisted, and then he prevailed, and then he reneged, all the while using the very platform to ridicule Twitter and its leaders and drop hints about his shifting intentions. With Musk's attempt to terminate his $44 billion takeover, Twitter says it plans legal action. In a statement on Friday, it indicated it will file a lawsuit in the Delaware Court of Chancery arguing that Musk has to close the agreed upon deal. Basically, in order for Musk to show that the deal cannot close, he has to now demonstrate that there was some sort of materially adverse circumstance that prevented him from closing the deal, namely that Twitter lied to him in its materials, for example. Friday evening, he filed papers saying he wanted out, taking aim at Twitter on several fronts, saying the company violated their merger agreement. He accused Twitter of withholding data from him to verify facts about the business, and that its statements on the amount of spam on the platform represent material misstatements to regulators. He also argued the company was making critical changes to the ordinary running of the business without his consent, such as imposing a hiring freeze and layoffs. He said he was going to buy the company. On the basis of that, they started making changes. And then he said, I don't like the changes that you're making based on me saying I'm going to buy the company. I'm out. And also, you guys keep saying that there's only a certain amount of spam on the platform. I say there's way more spam on the platform than you're letting on. The problem is it's very difficult for Twitter to actually know how much spam is on the platform because there's some accounts that look like bots that aren't bots. There's some accounts that are bots but are actually owned by major corporations, for example. Corporate law experts say Twitter appears to be on sounder legal footing than Musk, according to the Wall Street Journal. The filing didn't provide evidence to back up his assertion that the estimate was inaccurate or an alternate calculation. The question remains whether it's really possible to force the eccentric billionaire to buy a company he doesn't even want to own. Goshen says, what are they going to do if there's a judgment? And he says, well, I'm still not going to do it. They don't have the tools to force him to go through with it. You can't put people in jail because they don't buy something. There have been a few examples of buyers being forced to follow through with purchases under specific performance clauses that Musk agreed to. Most were really small deals. Never has the concept of a court forcing a buyer to complete a deal been tested on a large scale like this. Most legal clashes over sour deals end in settlements involving a price cut or a one-time payment. Musk did agree to pay a $1 billion reverse termination fee to Twitter if the deal fell apart. And they're bringing in all of the big legal guns. Twitter brought in Wachtell, Lipton, Rosen, and Katz, which is a massive New York-based law firm. Musk is using Skadden Arps, another massive, I believe, New York-based law firm. Twitter's already been working with Simpson, Thatcher, and Bartlett, and Wilson Sonsini. Musk's team includes Quinn Emanuel, Urquhart, and Sullivan, which is a California-based law firm. These are major legal players, by the way. The agreement caps at $1 billion the amount Twitter could sue for damages. So either they can force him to buy the whole company and sue for that, which again can be very hard to pry $44 billion out of somebody's pocket, or $1 billion to basically make him go away.